Hi, and welcome to my official channel, Kristen Lee. So, working with angels of the light through the veil and also with our crystal ball and our many tools, including tarot cards. So, this channel will be all dedicated to spiritual practice and all the tools that come with that and mediumship. So, this episode specifically, we're going to get into angels and how you can connect with the other side through the veil. Now, when I talk about angels, I am referring to, yes, archangels as well as our loved ones on the other side. Because a lot of times when our loved ones cross over in different dimensions to the other side, they are working with angels and they become angels. Some of our dear, sweet loved ones become angels. So they are guardians, they are protectors. They help us to bring our miracles and our manifestations to fruition. They pull some strings for us. As long as you ask, you will receive. And that is something that is well known. It's said many times. It's kind of cliche to some, but it is very true. It is very true because our angels, spirit guides, our galactic team as well, they really want us to connect with them and they want us to verbalize what we want, what we are longing for, how we see our future, what we would like to bring to fruition. They want to know all of our desires, just as they did when they were here. So when they crossed over to the other side, this is something I wanted to get into about regret, forgiveness, and there's not really any regret when they cross over. There is a life review. I have discovered all this information through all the channeling and the one-on-one personal readings that I have done for the past 4.5 years. So there's a lot of information that has come through that they don't have regret for things that went astray in their lives. There's more of an understanding, and it's a deep, deep knowledge. And it also comes very clearly to them as to why certain events happened in their lives. And a lot of times the soul, because we all have a soul within this shell, the soul decides. The soul decides sometimes when it is time to go and leave the earth plane and leave this planet of Earth. So that's usually what happens when we're talking about suicide and also crazy accidents, sudden accidents such as car accidents or even terrible, terrible crimes. A lot of times the soul is ready to go and the soul lives on. We never die. We never truly die. We are eternal beings. We are eternal souls in a human experience. And that is just so true. And the way that we are now in this time of 2024, we are in this great awakening and we are all really figuring out who we truly are. We're starting to remember from dreams and also visions and even just downloads from our higher self. We are starting to learn and remember and recall and have these deja vus even of things that we've experienced before, but wow, like it seems so familiar but sometimes hard to place. That is definitely you remembering your past lives and your soul records. So we will get into that in many, many episodes to come. Different series will be released on this channel. And for a lot of you, if you've known me or seen me around before, you may know me from Arcana Shores, my first original channel. And then this is the second version over here, Arcana Shores Guidance with Kristen Lee. That is myself, yes. And the channel you are watching now is now the third channel of my creations for spirituality. And this one will be very dedicated to angels, also the afterlife, mediumship, and also right here, this crystal ball. So there's a lot of things we're going to go over on this channel, but I thank you all for joining me and subscribing and liking. Thank you so much. But let's talk about this crystal ball and the many tools that you could use that can help you to talk with angels through the very thin veil that is right now in 2024. And it's only getting thinner and thinner. So yes, we have the crystal ball, also tarot cards. This is actually my own tarot deck, Arcana Shores tarot deck. And it's on my website, arcanashores.net. if you'd like to check it out. They're very beautiful. They're actual paintings that I have made into cards, tarot cards. So yes, I use these to connect with the other side in my mediumship, but I also use the crystal ball in my own private time. But now I am ready to release all my secrets as to what I do for connecting. When I want to connect with my grandfather or my loved ones, my grandma, and so on, and many others up there in the other dimensions. When I want to connect with them, I do use my crystal ball, and it really helps me. So I don't need the cards necessarily. I just need that space. And what I mean by space is a space, which this may speak to you as well. You will need a space for yourself that you can really concentrate, really zone in, and really feel your inner feelings, your inner thoughts, your inner knowing, and your trust within yourself. And also everything around you in your environment of your space. So you're going to have a dedicated space. This is just what I suggest for anyone that's trying to get into this spirituality and really use their abilities, because all of us have the abilities to connect with the other side. So I really advise you to have a dedicated space that is however you like it for your comfort, with no distractions, somewhere where you could be at peace, close your eyes or not. A lot of times I will also look into a candle flame, and that helps me to pretty much just get into my own energy and be within my own body and be very aware of my own thoughts and be very aware of myself. And when you get to that point, awareness of self, that's when you will start to hear things. You will hear other things that are coming in, downloads, and different even voices can come in too. Now, I'm never truly alone. I hear things all the time. So it's not just when I'm in my dedicated space here, but even when I'm cleaning around the home or even driving, sometimes I will hear random things. And sometimes it's just my voice from my higher self giving me the message, and other times it's not. And it is not. It is someone else's loved one on the other side connecting with me. So you will experience these things too. The further you get into it, the further you practice it too, just like anything else. The more you practice, the more engaged you become and know within yourself and trust yourself to exchange information and to listen and to accept. Acceptance is huge. So you need to be able to accept the information coming in from the other side in order for you to translate that, if you were to help someone else, or even just for your own knowing, to translate what the meaning of something may be and internalize that. So that's why I do use the crystal ball, because it helps me to really zone in, and I kind of get into a different, just a really self-awareness vibration. My higher frequency really taps in to different dimensions. So I'm talking now about the higher self, and we all have a higher self. But a lot of times, a lot of people will ignore their higher self because they don't have trust. They can't. They're at a point in their journey where they can't really figure out if it's the ego or is it my intuition. And there will be a video based just on that to teach you guys that as well. But it's really about self-awareness. We are all capable of talking with the angels and our loved ones that I call angels as well. So spirits, those that have died, physical death. So yes, those are who I'm talking of. And I do refer them all as angels because they guide us, they protect us, and they help us. So, and they really want us to connect. They want us to communicate. So there's many tips and tricks that I have. I even have written little letters, and I will leave it like right here on one of these pedestals. I have written one there before for my grandfather, and I'll leave it there, asking him for guidance, help, direction, at different points in my life. So you can do that as well. That's just a fun tip there. Journaling also helps you to heal within, because the more you're healed with past traumas or things that have gone astray in your life, or forgiveness that you need to forgive. Once you do that work, and all of us have that work to do, for as long as we're here on earth, we will have work to do. But the more we continue to focus on self and focus on ascension and focus on our higher frequencies, that's when you're going to really be able to tap into these other gifts and abilities that you have. So connecting with loved ones on the other side, and not only just your loved ones, but you will start to connect with others so you can then help friends and family. So it's really a beautiful thing how we are so gifted. We have all these abilities. All of us do. You just have to believe and trust in yourself. So I just wanted to share with you a quick little video here, my little tools, and give you guys this glimpse of my crystal ball. But yes, I usually I'll just be here in my own space, and I will start to pick up information. And I have picked up the information to do this channel. I was guided to do this channel. And there's my little dog. This is Allie. She also loves when I get into it as well. So pets don't really make a distraction. If you're wondering, are pets distracting when you're channeling? Only if they're going to be barking or if they cause a ruckus. But if they're just checking in with you, and as you know, animals can see spirits as well. So they can see them, feel them, hear them, especially between 2 and 4 a.m. in the morning. We can too if you're up. But the animals certainly can. But she's no distraction at all. Unless she were to bark, then it would possibly break me out of the zone, I guess I should say. But yeah, I really encourage everyone, and I'm going to be teaching ways to use the crystal ball, and I'll be teaching tarot on here. But the way that I teach tarot, and a lot of you that have followed me before, you know that I don't stress that there's one way to learn tarot. Tarot for myself is about listening and trusting your own intuition, getting that information. Your higher self is getting the information from the spirit world. So that is how I read. So not necessarily, there's not really a definition for each and every card. There's no set definition, because the definition, the meaning, the information that you're gathering from the spirit world changes. It changes on the subject, the question, the person you're reading, whatever the topic is. So in my opinion, and I there's, it's not to downgrade anybody else, but in my opinion, there is no set rules to reading tarot. It is up to the reader to trust their higher self, to believe in themselves, and gather that information and then translate it the way it's supposed to be given to the client, the friend, the family member, whoever they're reading for. So that's a little bit about tarot. And then the crystal ball as well. You have to be able to trust yourself in order to really pick up information and call in your loved ones' spirits to help you and give you that information too. But anyways, I look forward to showing you guys a whole lot more. But I just wanted to update you. And if you're new and coming across and you've never seen me before, thank you for coming to this channel. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more content coming. And it's all about spirituality and connecting with our loved ones on the other side. So take care, and thank you all for watching. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.